What is up, you guys? It is your girl Mary L back with another video, and today's video is going to be another once again reaction video. And today's going to be Young Dawn, the Sauce God. I stole his crush and broke her heart. Damn. But anyways, let's check it out.
So one day, Mary comes over to me during lunch, because that's my woman. And you know, she's trying to be around me because her boyfriend was a young Dawn the Sauce God. And then I take a good look at her face, and I see the white dots on her nose. And I was shocked. In my head, I was like, yo, what the fuck is up with her nose, dog?
That's so mean. Sorry if I'm
This story takes place either in the 4th or 5th grade, not quite sure. I was still living in Jamaica, as most of you know, and I was between 8 or 9 years old. Now, around this time, there was this one dude in my grade that we'll call Jeff. And Jeff was one of the most obnoxious, annoying, just a garbage personality, really. And not in like an asshole way. He was nice, I guess. He wasn't very likable. His face was made you just out of pure reflex. Like his mom probably had ulcers in her stomach all the time just from having to deal with this turd that she gave birth to. And that's coming from a dude who was so not the coolest kid in school. So one day, Jeff says something to me that I didn't like. Something that hurt my feelings, man. Which, if we're honest, isn't that hard to do to a 9-year-old. You're not even a person yet when you're that young. Just a paper-thin layer of self-confidence. He probably said something like, haha, you got a big-ass head. And some other kid probably chuckled when he said it. I mean, it doesn't take more than that to crush a kid's self-esteem at that age. Have a nigga going home looking in the mirror all sad, you know, because you really do got a big-ass head. And you think no one will ever love you. You're gonna have to marry some cross-eyed chick because you hope that somehow her cross-eyedness distorts how big your head really looks, like some kind of fucked up optical illusion that has her thinking you got a normal size head, right? Remember thinking about all that as a kid, right?
Yeah.
Remember? So this turd bucket dude cuts me deep, man, because the truth hurts. So I had no choice. I had to get him back. But me being just the awful person that I am, I was determined that I was gonna destroy his soul. Like, I wanted to ruin his life because this one time he told me my head was big. So at the time, it was pretty common knowledge that he was obsessed with this one girl who we'll call Mary. Now, Mary wanted nothing to do with this kid for reasons we've already established. And turns out that even little girls are turned off when a dude is as clingy as a mug. So, yeah. So, my inner savage that lay dormant as a kid woke up for a little bit, just long enough for me to ruin his life. My inner savage says to me, yo, Dawn, steal this fool's girl, dog. I was 8. My nigga, like, straight up, I really am freaking Gohan in real life. Because just like Gohan, as a kid, I was a fucking savage. And then I lost it all. As a preteen/teenager, I just became this goofy-ass dude. It was just not a fun time. But then some shit happened to me in the last few years, really sent me to, like, the darkest depths of my soul. And a nigga came out with the sauce, a little ice-like, but saucy. That makes me like Gohan, right? Oh, whatever. So I execute my plan, right? I proceed to cop his girl. Now, at 8 years old, it really doesn't take much to get a girlfriend. Like, straight up, I went up to her and was like, hey, I think you're beautiful, and I want you to be my girlfriend. And then she was like, no. Okay. Bam, nigga, just like that, she was mine. I've been spinning this A1 sauce since I was a kid. Hashtag don't at me. Hashtag Mr. See Your Girl. Hashtag it's a vibe. What's up? So, mission accomplished, right? I got his girl, shattered this dude's heart, and I'm here sipping on my revenge-flavored Kool-Aid. And it was delicious. But, turns out, I didn't think this all the way through, because I now have a girl who thinks that I'm her boyfriend, which, at 8, I was not ready for it, okay? Look, I knew I liked girls. I knew that because my cousin had a calendar of a bunch of half-naked women in her bathroom from, like, this beer company or whatever, and the day I realized that was there, I would exclusively take all my shits in that bathroom just so that I could stare at it while I pooped. So yeah, I knew that I liked women, but my 8-year-old ego was just so underdeveloped. I couldn't pull off having a girlfriend. Like, what if one of my boys made fun of me, right? Like, all it would take is one rendition of Donald and Mary sitting in a tree. Kissing. That's all it would take for my little ego to just fall apart. I would go home and just stab myself in the eyes just so I would never have to show my face at school again. Fuck that. So needless to say, I already had one foot out the door from day one, my nigga. But I tried to pull through because this girl was actually pretty cute and really nice. So I didn't want to upset her. But that didn't last long. Okay, so you know that white shiz you get on your nose, like in the pores of your nose? You get these little white buildups, which, by the way, perfectly normal. Your nose actually makes that on purpose. But yeah, as you go through puberty, you start to get them. You've probably seen the little ads on Instagram for little, like the black thing that you can peel them all off or whatever. Yeah. So Mary, being a preteen girl, starts to go through puberty well before your boy. So she starts getting these little white dots on her nose. Now, my pee-pee is still on Kraft macaroni status at this point. I was nowhere near entering puberty. So my nose was still small, smooth, and white dot free. So I had no idea that your nose did that. So one day, Mary comes over to me during lunch, because that's my woman. And you know, she's trying to be around me because her boyfriend was a young Don the Sauce God. And then I take a good look at her face, and I see the white dots in her nose. And I was shocked. In my head, I was like, yo, what the fuck is up with her nose, dog? I thought her nose was literally rotting off of her face. Like, it was spoiling. Like, it's like an overripe tomato. I was like, I can deal with having a girlfriend, but I cannot deal with a girlfriend who ain't got no fucking nose, man. Nah, fam. My reputation in these streets will be ruined forever. Also, I was genuinely grossed out of my mind. Like, after I saw it, I couldn't look her in the face again, out of fear that I was just gonna throw up in my mouth every time. So after a couple of days of trying to dodge her, just straight up avoiding her, like one day she was walking over to me and I just ran away. Like, I had nowhere to hide and I wasn't mature enough to deal with the situation, so I just ran away. Which, by the way, karma's a bitch, and that act did come back to haunt me years later, but that's a story for another time. So eventually, I got tired of trying to avoid her. I had not built up my run from all your problems endurance yet, so it only took a few days for me to break. So I go up to her, and I break the news to her that I didn't want to be in a relationship. But remember, I'm like 9. I have no idea how to let someone down gently in this situation, right? As you get older, you learn how to finesse these conversations. Oh, it's not you, it's me. Oh, I just don't think we're that compatible. Oh, I think we should see other people. Rah. I didn't know how to do that yet. And frankly, I was a little mad that she trapped me into a relationship knowing that her nose was gonna fall off her face any day now. So this is what I said. We were in the lunch line, surrounded by people. And then I said to her, loud as a mug, I don't like you anymore. Ouch. Oh, and she turned so red. She was so embarrassed. And I felt absolutely nothing. If anything, I felt relieved. And I might have been smiling. I don't know. I was a little monster as a child. And then she kicked me in my nuts. She kicked me in my nuts and then ran away. The end. I was now single again, lying on the floor, holding my nuts, and she hated me for the rest of ever, I'm sure. So that's the story. That's how I stole his girl and then broke her heart. Moral of the story? Don't be 9, I guess. I don't know. I was just a child. That's really all it was. So yeah, that's the story. What's up, fam? It's your boy, Young Don the Sauce God. Thank y'all for watching this video, and
yeah, guys, that was the video. I don't know how I feel about him telling her out loud in front of all those kids or people, whatever, that he doesn't like her anymore. But then again, he was 9. my advice is to not date that early of an age, because you don't really have feelings. You don't even know what feelings are at that age. But I want to know what you guys think. Comment down below what age you guys think is appropriate to start dating. I don't really have an opinion for the age. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Hope you guys comment, like, and subscribe down below. And also, if you guys want to, hit that little bell down below so you guys can get a notification every single little time I post a video. So yeah, I love you guys. Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see y'all later for the next one.